Hello everyone, happy March 2021. This is going to be your general reading for March 2021. I just wanted to do a little intro this month where I can use the same clip over and over instead of having to do this each and every single reading. It gets old after a while having to repeat the same stuff. So hope you don't mind. Sorry these are coming out so late. Extra late, more than usual. It's because I started to go a little bit getting cabin fever really bad. It's been a while since I've left town, and so I decided to take my daughter with me out of town for a long weekend, just to experience something different. We needed to do that. It's been a long time since I've done anything special with her, and we needed to get out of town. So hopefully you understand. Some of you may totally understand or kind of in a similar boat. It's been a rough year for everyone. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, of course, the name of the sign that I'm doing is in the description of the video itself in the title, but I'm also going to announce the sign that this is for right after this little intro part. This reading is meant for if you have your rising, sun, moon, or Venus in the sign that I'm going to say after this. This reading may or may not resonate for you. It might be one of those things where some of it resonates strongly, other parts may not. That is up to you to know. And if it doesn't resonate, maybe try out your moon or your rising sign readings. See if any of those resonate more. Also, I wanted to say that this month for March, I'm going to do the signs in the order of the most views from last month. And so it's going to be a spattering of different signs in no order. It's just going to go along with how many views I got. So I believe the biggest views or the most views for a video last month were for Taurus, so I'm going to start with them and so on. And if you are interested in a private reading with me, my email is in the description box down below, along with the names of the decks I'm using. I'm actually really excited because I have a new deck. I managed to score this used online. I guess it must be out of print or hard to find. I looked everywhere for it, but I was only able to find it used, which is great. It's less money that way, and it's in pretty mint condition. So I think you'll find this deck interesting. I'm really excited about it, actually. It's very different. You'll see. It's called the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And of course, I'm going to use a few other decks for clarifiers. So I'll see you in a second. Let me think for a moment. Did I say everything? Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like. If for some reason some of you watching have been watching me for quite some time, but have not subscribed, I mean, obviously I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you feel like it, maybe you could just go ahead and subscribe. You would definitely get more notifications of when the videos are coming out, or just more information. All right, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Happy March, you guys. The energy feels different for sure for March. I'm still trying to figure it out. It feels very changeable or watery, maybe because we have so many things in Pisces this month. It's a Pisces month after all. So it definitely feels a little bit more fluid and a little softer than last month, but I'm not going to make any promises. It's just the beginning. So, all right, see you in a few seconds. Take care. Bye. Hello, Virgo. This is going to be your March 2021 General Tarot reading. We'll just see what comes out for you. I hope you guys are well and are enjoying the very, very beginnings of spring, at least if you're in the U.S. anyway, unless you live somewhere like Florida. But I used to live in Florida. There is a spring there, it's just not as noticeable as in some other places. Okay. This is for for Virgo for March 2021. These cards are really big. These are about the same size as the Gaian Tarot that I use. Oh, forgot to mention, if you would like to skip through this part and just go straight to the beginning of the reading, there is a timestamp down below in the description box that you can click on. It will take you straight to the beginning of the reading. So you don't have to sit here and listen to me mumble unless you feel like it. Okay. All right. I have something underneath my fingernail. Yeah, you don't want to look at the dirt underneath my fingernail. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. I'm loving working with this new deck. I really like how easy it is to read them. The pictures are very relatable. I guess that's probably why they're called the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This seems very family oriented here. So far anyway. Wow, look at that. Okay. All right. Before I start, I'm going to pick a clarifier. This seems very specific. There's that card again. Gosh. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, really. Okay. Okay, you guys. I said this already, but I just wanted to repeat it, that this reading may or may not resonate for you. This reading came out quite precise, and so, yeah, it will be up to you to figure out whether this is your reading or not. If this is not your reading, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't. I'll try to read different versions of this into it, but the messages are coming out rather clear in this one. So if for some reason it does not resonate for you, you may want to check out your other readings for your other planetary signs and see if any of those resonate more. So that being said, hopefully you can see these okay. I'm doing an experiment. I lowered the brightness a little bit so that you could see the images a little bit better. But let me see. Is that a little bit better? I feel like I can see it more clearly when it's a little bit darker, so let's try it that way. All right. So your central energy for March 2021 is the Six of Cups, and this seems like happy memories and nostalgic happy memories of moments from the past. This could be moments from your own childhood when life was simpler, when you were more innocent than you are now. These can be happy family memories, happy memories of your own children when they were young, if you have children. It seems as though a lot of things have changed over the years. Things are different now from how they used to be, and you're kind of longing for the simpler, happier times in the past. Or you wish to bring this kind of joy into your own family. I'm getting a lot of family stuff in here. This is probably a reading for someone who has multiple children or a family situation. It doesn't have to be. I'll try to read it in other ways. Or this could have to do with your own upbringing or your own childhood as well, or how you view family. But you might be focusing on creating happy memories now with your own, if you have children or if you have a family, or even if you work with children or work with families. It looks like you are either remembering happy times in the past from your own childhood or when your children were young, or you want to recreate happy memories of certain things from your own childhood into your own children's lives, carrying on happy traditions, family traditions, making sure that there are still moments where you can bring joy and things that you treasure from things that you have experienced into the lives of other people. And one day they will become happy memories for them, if that makes any sense. You might be remembering somebody from the past too that may have been a mother figure or a maternal, nurturing kind of a person in your life that did their best to create happy memories for you, or to arrange them so that you could remember them where they feel as though they made a difference or they did their best. And it's funny, this picture has a dachshund in it. I have a dachshund, which I'm sure you've heard him barking a million times by now. And it's funny, every time I walk down the street in town with my dog, people always stop me all the time and say specifically that their childhood family dog was a dachshund growing up. And whenever they see my dog, it reminds them of their childhood. So I don't know, there are some things in here about a dog in your life. So we'll get to that. I think I've said everything I really need to say about this. So with this came past lifetimes,
which I'm getting more the message that this is about the past rather than necessarily a past lifetime. If you believe in past lifetimes, this could have to do with a past lifetime, but it doesn't have to. And I'm getting more that it's just about the past, of happier times in the past that you remember fondly. Or you may be wanting to bring something from the past in a new form now, so that you feel as though you are carrying on traditions. There goes my dachshund drinking his water. With those two, you have celebrate. You wish to recreate celebrations and happy memories for now. You don't want to live in the past, but you don't want to forget about the happy times from the past either, and the treasured memories that you have. Try not to live in the past, though. There's always a warning with that, with this. You may also have possibly reconnected with a childhood friend or somebody that you knew when you were younger and you've reconnected with them. You might have past lifetime connections with this person. Okay, let me move on. So your challenge is the 10 of Cups. And this is the whole, the whole nuclear family. It's the parents, it's the children, it's the family dog, it's the home, it's the beautiful garden or backyard, it's a happy family. It's everything that perhaps you have always wished for. Either you long for this and you want this, but for some reason it's difficult for you at this time because this is in your challenged position. It may be that you want this, but you feel something about this is missing. Or somebody in this picture is missing that you perhaps really miss. This can also be troubles in a family. There may be marital issues if you're married. There may be some things going on in the family that are difficult right now. And you long for happier times, or you want health to come back to a family situation or a home situation. But something about this is difficult. Or this can also, if you are not involved with a family or you don't have a family or family is not the biggest priority to you in your life, this can be the fulfillment of your wishes. This is the 10 of Cups. This is everything that you have always wanted. And something about this you feel as though is a challenge, or you can't have this, or it's a struggle to find this or to fulfill this. Or you're simply battling with things like unhappiness. Period. As simple as that. So let me pick a little bit more on that. Why is the 10 of Cups in their challenged position? For some reason, I'm kind of getting that for somebody watching, you are divorced, but you still have the kids and the dog, or the animals and the whole situation still. It's just you don't have a partner anymore. But that's one tiny little specific message in here for possibly someone. It's not for everyone, of course. And it's not the main message of the reading. So let's see. Or you wanted a home or a house, but it turns out you didn't get it, or something, there has been an issue with this. Let's see. Attachment to the past. Oh gosh. Feels as though you've lost someone either through death or divorce or illness or something. Or you were attached to a certain lifestyle or a location that you lived in, and for some reason it has passed and you are no longer there or able to be there. And it's difficult for you to let go. Let's see. I'm hoping that this isn't true, but for someone it may have even been that one of your children has passed away too young, or a family pet, or something that you cared about a lot. But it's interesting. Look at that. Even though you can't have things exactly the way that they were before, that is impossible. Something has passed away and you are still attached to it, emotionally attached to it a great deal. You still have fond, happy memories that you cling to almost sometimes because they're treasures and they're some of the happiest moments of your life so far. And it's not so easy to just let those things go. But it seems as though you need to some degree. I'm not telling you to forget someone or to forget that that you ever had this, but to let go of the attachment to it, because you need to live in the present. You can't live in the past. It's not healthy for you to live in the past permanently. It's okay to visit the past every now and then, but to live in it is a whole other thing that can keep you from living now. So I don't know who this is for, but it feels like it goes very deep, and it's a difficult emotional experience that you have to get through. But keep in mind, this is just a challenge. This isn't stopping you. This isn't thwarting you. This isn't going to sabotage anything. It's just something that is a challenge for you at this time. So with these two, you have inspiration. And so I am getting that even though you can't recreate exactly what you had back then, you can create something new now that is a new 10 of Cups situation where you can have inspiration, beauty, creativity, and lots of love. And things are going in a good direction, but you need to look towards the future or be in the present. And there may also have been things about all of this that you may want to create something out of, whether it's a piece of music or writing a book or telling a story of some kind, being inspired to create something that mirrors these things that you know. You actually are superbly lucky. I hope you realize that. Not everyone gets to experience this kind of love or this kind of beauty, even if some parts of it are not the same or are different now, or some parts of it have gone. At least you experienced it. Some people go their entire lives without experiencing things like this, or treasured memories like this that mean so much. And so you can take your inspiration of the things that you know, because you've gone to the depths with this, even possibly to past lifetimes, where you want to create something that mirrors this. I don't know if it's photography or writing a short story or a self-biography, or what is that called? Yeah. A biography of your life or some experiences that you've had that are extraordinary that not everyone experiences, where it turns it into a bittersweet, beautiful presentation of the things that you know. And you want to bring inspiration in now. I definitely you feel very strongly about that your life is not over. And life goes on, and you can create even more spectacular things or create a new chapter of your life or a new version of what you truly care about, where you are still able to experience beauty like this, just in a new form. So then what's helping you is the Page of Cups. Look how precious this is. This is so precious. This is a little girl with looks like art from school she's bringing home that says, "I love you." Lots of bright colors and happy, joyful energy. It may be, for someone watching, if you are divorced and you are no longer a part of a couple when once you were, you still have children. You still have your children around, and your children need you. And it's important to still focus on how blessed and how beautiful life is for you in one way or another. If you're looking for it, you can always find beauty. I'm not getting that you're in a bad place at all or having real difficulty. It's a feeling that's hard to describe. It's like, it's more than just the word nostalgia. It goes deeper than that. It's more soul. It touches your soul. And you may have a young person in your life, or this could be your own inner child. This could be just joy in general and creativity in general to express from the heart. You may receive a gift from someone where you realize you are not forgotten. You are not forgotten, and you are superbly loved and appreciated and looked up to by others. And this can also be nurturing your own inner child too, where even if your own childhood was difficult or there was some trauma in there, you can still nurture your own inner child now. And you can create healing situations now that heal old hurts from the past. You may receive a message, or you may be, what's helping you is to work on some kind of a project. There's a lot of art going on in this picture. To get time to get creative, time to keep yourself busy with something fun. Just because things have changed doesn't mean that you can't be creative. And you may want to make something for someone as a gift, or someone is making you something. Let me pick more on that so I can get more information. Tell me more about the Page of Cups as what's helping them. This could be a grandchild for someone. You might be finding out that you're becoming a grandparent, or you might be finding out that you're having a baby, but I'm not getting that one as much. Or all of a sudden you have a little kid that moves in next door that comes over to visit. Let's see. Or you want to work with children, or what's helping you is to be in the here and now with children if you have any. But let's see, anything else? Spaciousness. Dive deep, yeah, there's... Let me pick one more. Fortune. You are fortunate. You really are. Even though it's weird sometimes to say it that way. Okay, I'm just going to blurt it out. I feel like somebody watching has lost a child. Either through death or illness or something. Or even through divorce, like you almost never see them anymore because they're with the other parent more. Something to do with the loss of someone that was like a ray of sunshine in your life, and it's cutting deep for you. It really is. This is one version. I'll go into other versions of this, so if this makes no sense to you whatsoever, there'll be another story too. But this goes really deep for you. It's hard for you to let go of this. Very hard. Very hard for you to let go of, but you have all this space now where perhaps that space was filled up before, and it's up to you on what you do with that space and that extra time that you have right now. You may not be used to it, actually. You may be used to being very busy or having a lot of things going on, and all of a sudden there's all this space. What do you do with it? And then you have fortune. you are a fortunate person because it's like I said, it's hard for me to put it into words. You are blessed because you've been able to experience the heights of joy or the heights of love or the heights of family, or which is why you have so many happy memories. You, if someone has lost a child, you miss them so much, you really do. And they were a ray of sunshine in your life, and it's hard for you to cope with the space that is here now where they used to be. But you need to look toward, you need to realize it's really hard for me to say this, but I'm going to say it. There might be some small part of you that wishes you had done things differently, or is afraid that somehow you weren't the best parent you could be, or that somehow you did something wrong. And it's an irrational feeling. It's not based in reality. It's just a fear that you have that somehow you did them wrong, or you did something wrong, or you should have been there or something. But you need to let that go because it's slowly strangling you. It's slowly swamping you or drowning you, and you can't do that anymore. The reason why this is in your what's helping you is this child, pardon me for saying so, loves you, period, and is in a good spot, or is in a good place now, is still happy and joyful and loves you with all their heart. And so you have nothing that you have to hold on to or feel weird about, or yeah, it's really hard for me to put it into words. And they want you to improve your life. They want you to believe in what's possible for the future and to create a new situation, or to create new things in your life where your life still feels beautiful and like an adventure. If you have not lost a child, let me get real general with it. What I'm seeing here is that you always wanted close family ties or community ties or ties with other kindred spirits where you've known each other through many lifetimes. They're soulmates. And you miss celebrations, or you miss being able to create more than you are now. And it's difficult for you to release the attachment to these memories because somehow the fulfillment of your wishes has changed. But you are still inspired, and you still are more than capable of being creative and creating a new situation. What is helping you is to nurture your own inner child, to get creative, possibly get artistic, or make something for someone, or make a scrapbook or something that puts these memories together. Maybe a photo album or a scrapbook, or a portfolio of all of your children's art from when they were young, or your own past accomplishments, where you can kind of take your old journals and put them together in some kind of a book or something like that. That's an analogy. Now that you have all this space, maybe for someone you're retired now, and so you don't have to work all the time the way that you did before, and you have all this space to fill up. You might as well fill it up by being superbly happy, joyful, creative, and experimental, and surrounding yourself with people that you truly enjoy the company of, rather than having all this space and somehow swamping yourself in internal emotional waters. I feel like for now you need to release attachment to those things, or the temptation to dive deep into where those things come from. I feel like for now it may be too much for you to do that. And so for now, distract yourself with fun stuff. Maybe take up a new hobby, learn a new skill, try something different that you've never tried before. Find a way to express your creativity. And you will be fortunate if you do so. So at your root, you have the Three of Coins. There is growth going on around you. It feels like a new physical cycle. For you, maybe you have moved to a new location, or you have a new journey opening up in your life that is very different from before. And so there is growth happening if you've put energy into some kind of a new craft or a new talent or a new business or a new job or a new location or a new way of treating your body. It looks as though things are growing very nicely and you are able to create abundance and new experiences in your life that make you feel like you are growing. Let me pick more on that. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Playfulness. And this is reminding me of this. Playfulness. It could be that you turn a hobby or something that you fully enjoy into a business or a way of making money. Or now it's time to play. Now it's time to play, to lighten up. Not that you aren't lightened up. I'm just saying to lighten up the energy in your life where you feel like good things are happening that are exciting and you're moving forward and you're able to play now. Maybe before you were just too busy or you had too many things going on. If you are retired and you used to work with children, let's put it this way, you miss it. You miss working with kids. And you wish you had more of that energy in your life now. Now there's all this space. Maybe for someone watching, your children have grown and left the nest and now they're in college or living elsewhere. And so you don't really have that playful kid energy as much anymore. Now you have all this space for a new energy to come in. So you can still have the playful child energy. It just may be your own internal child that needs to play. Or you may need to arrange things where you have some kind of a fun hobby that still puts you in touch with this energy. Let me get a little bit more. It may be that you're starting some kind of a business that's actually something really fun that possibly involves children or amusement. Because when I look at this, this reminds me of a ride in an amusement park or a vacation spot. Might be time to go on vacation. Let's see. Anything else about the Three of Coins? And also for the sake of your own physical health too, just to improve your health in general, playfulness is needed. Joking around, I mean, even if, you have to isolate because of COVID-19 or you're not able to go play the way that you used to, you can still watch comedies, watch movies that make you laugh, maybe work on some kind of an artistic project that puts together I feel like it's putting together past memories into something fun. Let's see, anything else? Reflection. You may need to reflect on some kind of a new business that you have or a new job or on reflecting on how you can improve it by bringing more fun into the picture. Reflecting on how to bring more playfulness and joy into possibly a work environment, a business that you have, or a new hobby, or something that you would like to manifest in your life. If things have been difficult on a job site between people, figuring out a way to bring more playfulness and lighten up the energies where people get along with each other better But you need to do some reflecting on this, on how could you bring this into being. I'm getting even somebody who is like a party organizer or a photographer, even organizing theater events, which is difficult these days. But reflecting on how to adjust where you can still nurture these talents that you have or these things that you enjoy doing. Okay, so in the recent past, there's the Empress. Again, there's mom energy here. Family, children, dogs, mom, the home, love, creativity. I'm also seeing a preschool teacher in here, or a teacher of young people, possibly a child art there. What is that? Art therapy? Art therapy for children, or a foster mother, fostering children, fostering animals even. This doesn't even have to do with children, but it could be. It could be that you still long to have more children, or a child if you haven't become a parent yet. It could be you're thinking about a maternal figure for you, like a mother or a stepmother or an aunt or a grandmother, or somebody, even a man that showed extremely nurturing qualities. As someone who took that mother role for you, you're remembering them or you're thinking about them. Or you want to emulate them. It's like they were so beautiful or so loving that you want to bring that forward, or you would like to show that yourself. There's something about this that is really precious. This whole reading is really precious. This is also creativity. So and love too, being loved, feeling as somebody looks to you as being an empress, or a goddess even. There's a lot of love there. So let's see. Maybe you miss this if your children have left the nest. Maybe you're naturally built to be a mother and you just adore being a mother now that they're gone. It's hard. Or if you have spent your life with children as a living, either as a preschool teacher or a kindergarten teacher, or art therapist, or whatever it is, or even a foster mother, it's like you don't really know what to do with yourself now. But I do see for someone the possibility that you're going to be getting really good news that you're about to become a grandparent. And that means that you can shower your grandchildren with all of that love. So let's see. Tell me more about the Empress. Either that or you have to cope with your mother going through these things. Or a mother figure to you going through these things, on how can you best help them to cope or move on from things changing. Maybe their spouse has passed away, or I don't know. Let's see. Secrets. Maybe your own mother, you knew them the most during childhood, or maybe they passed away young, or something about your own mother you didn't really get to know as much as you would like. There's some secrets there. You want to find out more about possibly your ancestry or your lineage, or the origins of your family, or possibly even your mom's history on what they experienced before you were born. Let's see. Let me get there. Ride the waves. Maybe you're in need of mothering. Even if you're a grown person, it doesn't matter. We all have an inner child. You need mothering. You need a mom. And then you have ride the waves. Maybe you need mothering, but you haven't wanted to admit it. You wanted to think that you were completely independent and you didn't need that. And so you may have longed to be hugged or to be encouraged, but you didn't know how to ask for it. Or if it was shown to you, you didn't know how to respond. But it seems as though something has shifted for you where now you are fully able to receive love from others, or you are fully able to ride the waves of accepting mother love from others without awkwardness or feeling as though you're too tough for that, or to be okay about being mushy, or being extremely ecstatically happy because there is someone around you that shows you this mother love. We all have the mother love within us and we can show it to others, but for some reason, I feel like you really need it and you are receiving it. Even if it's a spiritual feeling, the Empress in other decks is oftentimes portrayed as Mother Nature or the mother god or the mother goddess. Or Gaia, or Mother Earth. You're riding the waves of embracing this type of energy. Maybe you can finally accept the fact that it's okay to want those things. Maybe you were taught too much independence for someone. Or you're riding the waves of finally being able to express this mother love towards others instead of holding it in. Getting something about being completely comfortable with physical affection now, where hugs don't make you cringe, or it's okay, you feel perfectly relaxed saying words like I love you, or where for some reason in the past that was difficult. Okay, so as your best possible outcome, you have the Two of Cups. So if there is someone watching who is now kind of a single parent, whether you're co-parenting or whether the person is gone and you're the only parent, you have been single possibly because you do have the Ten of Cups as your challenge, or you feel like a family was broken up possibly for someone, but it looks as though you're able to invite in new love, or you have companionship and soulmates around you where you are not alone. If you can release attachment to whatever has passed away, where once you were happy with it, you need to release attachment to it so that you can experience it again, just in a different form. And this could very well be romantic. This can also be just simple companionship that goes very deep, where you feel comforted, held, and nurtured. If you look at the picture in the background, there's multiple Two of Cups situations. There's a little child with a dog, and there are multiple couples in here. This is your best possible outcome, is to have this again. If you don't have it now, if you do have it now, if for some reason maybe things are difficult with an existing relationship right now because there are some things that have gone on in the past that were not that great, that you must let go of attachment to these old hurts in order for the relationship to move forward into the future and to reunite or come up with a compromise or to heal things that have gone on in the past. So either way, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're not in a relationship, there is potential for great love and companionship and compromise here, and seeing eye to eye and good communication. This could be someone new coming into your life where you didn't think you would ever find that kind of love again, but you have. It's just different because it's a different person now. It might even be better. Or this could be an existing relationship where there have been possibly some troubles in your relationship on whether or not it would last or whether you would stick together, or longing for better times in the past in this relationship. If that's the case, it may be for someone that what's helping you is to realize that you can't just throw away a relationship because it's going through a rough patch, because there are other people involved in this situation that need you guys, or you already have an already existing situation going on. And so not to throw away what you have simply because things are difficult. It is possible as your best possible outcome for some kind of compromise or solution where you can work together again. But this can also be new love. This can also just be simply realizing that you are not alone in this whole process, and that you have kindred spirits and soulmates there with you to support you. So let me pick a little bit more on that. Big picture. Okay. Strength. I'm also getting, again, another message for someone that an old relationship is over, but you still have family ties, either to children or other. It could even be your ex-partner's family that you're attached to still, even though you're not with them anymore, where you were together long enough for your families to get to know each other, and it was all considered one big family. I feel like for someone, you've been working on being alone, but there is a very good potential for finding a new partner. So, outside the box, you're understanding relationships in a different way now. Maybe before you were more traditional with relationships, where you were taught or raised with the values of that you must get married, you must get a house, you must have children, you must do things in this particular way, you have to have the wedding in this way. But after you've already had, I feel like somebody watching has had a long-term situation or marriage or family situation where now things are changing and things are different. That situation may not be going on anymore, and so now you're realizing that you've already experienced that, and now you want a different kind of a relationship. The reason why I'm saying this is because you have the Two of Cups. You have the big picture. You have strength. And you have outside the box. It might be, for someone watching, that you want a common law marriage type of situation now, whereas before you only believed in marriage. Now you're realizing that your values have changed. Now you're willing to have a completely different kind of situation. This could even go into things like Finally coming out of the closet and announcing that you are gay or bisexual, or that you want to try out different kinds of relating or relationships than you did before. It's a liberating feeling I'm getting from this. It's like finally being accepted for being actually who you are. Or it could be experimentation with polyamory or open relationships or long-term committed relationships where you do not live together, or you choose not to get married, or perhaps you adopt a child together rather than having it through your body, or you may be older now and you wish to foster children together, or it can be numerous, so many different situations here. But it's you are no longer confined by how you understood relationships to be in the past, or what other people's expectations were about how you should be with relationships. It seems like as your best possible outcome, you're embracing life and you're embracing how things actually really are. Or that just because things are different doesn't mean that there isn't love there, or you can't have that bond somehow. You are strong. You're a really strong person, and you're also realizing that you are an extraordinary person, and you see it now, or you understand it now when people tell you, like maybe people have told you in the past that you're extraordinary, but somehow you brushed it aside, or it was embarrassing, or you were self-effacing, but now you are fully enjoying being yourself, and you don't shy away when people compliment you. You don't get embarrassed. You feel good to me. You feel healthy. And by being yourself, you have drawn to yourself companions or a companion that makes you feel like you are supported. Maybe the two of you have been through similar things. So, in the future, oh gosh, you have the Ace of Blades or the Ace of Swords. This is somebody's dog being operated on. It is possible that perhaps for someone watching, you may be worried that your dog is going to pass away. Maybe you have a senior dog, or all of a sudden your beloved pet has had health issues and you're trying to get them figured out on how to best take care of them or to help them to make it. I'm also getting something in here about a fear of losing, a fear of death. A fear of death, or a fear of sickness, or a fear of hypochondria even for somebody. But this could be that you may have lost a dog or a pet recently, and it's cut very deep for you. You feel like a whole family member has vanished or has passed away, and there's a lot of grief there. Or there's a fear of your beloved pet or something. But the Ace of Swords in other decks is new ideas, or a new path of the mind, or a new idea you would like to pursue, or a decision. It may be that you need to make some kind of a decision. That decision may have something to do with releasing attachments. Things change. People die. Animals die. It's part of life, unfortunately. And things change. Sometimes situations will never return back to the way that they used to be. But you can honor them, love the happy memories, and don't feel as though you have somehow done something wrong or you've let somebody down, or I'm still getting that feeling. But I feel like this is a decision to release attachments to the past so that you can fully I feel like a huge weight is going to be lifted off where you don't feel responsible anymore. And by doing so, that is not somehow discarding the animal or the person or the memories at all. It's moving on with your life so that you do not live in that state. You're deciding to change how you perceive things or to cut old things out of your mind. Let me pick more on that. Or it was something left over from the past that was still around, and now you have to let go of that too. I don't know. Okay. Patience. Don't push yourself. Take the time that you need for this process. Don't let anyone rush you or make you feel like you have to let go now. You know, grief is a process. And this can be, I want more on that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Take your time. If you are still mourning an old relationship that has ended and you're getting to know someone new, take your time. Take your time. You don't have to commit to anyone right now. You don't have to go at your own pace. It's a process. But at the same time, don't ignore the possibilities for new things to come in. I'm seeing that you are having to be patient about releasing attachments, as hard as it is, to the past, to memories, to things you've experienced, creatures or people or animals that you've been attached to. Take your time. This is a process. And with it, you also have invitation, signs, and dare. And so new exciting things are coming into your life. And I would recommend that you are daring, brave, go with the signs, and choose to go along just for the fun experience or for the distraction. You don't have to necessarily commit to anything right now. You just need to get out and go have fun or experience some fun things, get to know some new people, have new experiences, but take your time with it. You don't have to be a certain way or decide any particular thing, but also don't ignore it. But it seems as though spirit is knocking on your door, trying to get you out of the house or trying to get you to experience new things. But don't rush yourself. And if for some reason you have met someone new that you feel a connection with, don't feel pressured to decide anything just yet. You're still feeling things out or becoming possibly used to the fact that you are single now. So that aside, you may be invited by the universe to try something completely different from how you've been doing things in your life so far. And you will receive signs that let you know that that's what you're supposed to be going with, even though it's a little bit scary. So, you right now are the 9 of Coins. This is perfect. Yeah, perfect image for the meaning of the card. So you're good. You're good where you're at. You have what you need. You have your life set up, you're confident, you have skills, you're good. You're good by yourself, you're good single, you're good with who you are. You don't necessarily need anybody. You may want companionship. It's perfectly fine to want companionship and to have it, but you feel as though you don't need somebody for money, for energy, for boosting your self-esteem, for anything like that. You don't need anybody. You have what you need. You're self-sufficient. You're whole as a person. But this also doesn't mean that you are destined to be alone for forever either. It's up to you. You've come a long way. You've accomplished a lot. You have a nice life, or you have a nice setup. And for someone watching, if you have had happy memories of the past, possibly a marriage either didn't work out or dissolved, or things have changed, you are no longer in that situation anymore, you're getting to know people. The signs from the universe are telling you to go explore, make new alliances, meet new people, experiment or explore connections. While you're doing all that, you are also self-sufficient, where you're not codependent, or you don't need someone in order to feel happy or whole. You are good. And so anything that you experience or choose to experience, whether it's being single or in a relationship, you are coming from a whole place. And it's really up to you. Okay, so in your surroundings, you have the Magician. You look like you are gung-ho about manifesting something in your environment. Maybe manifesting renovations. Maybe you're renovating something, or you're creating a garden, or you're doing some volunteer work, or you're doing something in your surroundings that improve your surroundings, or you want to find a new surroundings or create new surroundings. Maybe you're redecorating your home, or you're choosing to have things look different, so it signifies to you in a material, visual way that things have changed. Maybe taking some things out of the house or the apartment, or bringing new things in, rearranging things, creating beauty. Also, possibly wanting to get involved with community pursuits, or working with other people on improving a town or a city or your mutual environment, or even doing something like volunteer work that involves children and teaching children skills. Or this could also be a person in your surroundings that you are inspired by, that shows all of the qualities that I just mentioned. He's the Magician. He's got tools, he has the intention, and he's willing to carry it out and make it happen through sheer willpower and focus. Looks like a really friendly, good person. And this can also be you in your surroundings. To keep yourself busy with something that you truly enjoy, that makes you feel like you're doing something meaningful. Or this could be a completely new chapter. It is number one, after all. A completely new chapter in your life that you have manifested. Your hope is that you will persevere and be successful in anything that you choose to put your energy into. That you are a winner. Or that all of this effort will pay off. Let me see. I want to pick a little bit more on that. Congratulations. You've come a long way. trust. Do what you're drawn to do. Take the actions that you want to take. Be brave. Go with it. Trust the process and you will be successful. You will be successful. Then I see the Eight of Blades. Oh gosh, yeah, this is like total overwhelming energy here. Looks like either somebody whose partner is away all the time and they're practically a single parent, even if they're not, or a single parent that is just overwhelmed. There's too much noise, too much stuff to take care of, not enough time to yourself, feeling overwhelmed. There's just a lot going on. I also saw a scenario in here possibly for someone where you are in a marriage or in a long-term partnership, possibly with children, but your partner is always gone or your partner is always away, where you practically live by yourself in a weird way. And certain parts of you have become used to this, where, I mean, if they're not going to be around, you might as well still enjoy your life and do the things that you want to do. But it's almost like you're living separately outside of a relationship when you're actually supposed to be in one, or you have completely different lives from each other. It might be that you are left alone a lot with the family situation without too much help, and you might be starting to break down and realize that I feel as though you have tried to persevere with this, or you've tried to hang on to the relationship or make it work in whatever way you can, possibly for the sake of children. But at this point, you may have, after a while, in between moments of feeling completely overwhelmed, just decided to start doing things for yourself. You know, while your kids are at school or while the babysitter's there, to go out and pamper yourself or nurture yourself, or you've come up with a good routine of almost living your own life even though you're in a relationship. But it seems as though while you have been out and about enjoying your life anyway, you have come across someone that you realize you have a really strong bond with. You may be faced with the choice that you may want to leave the family or the marriage or whatever this is in order to pursue a new experience for yourself. But it can just be, it doesn't even have to do with family. This could be just being overwhelmed in general at work, in your career, with what you do, your goals. How do you function? How do you pay the bills? How do you do this? How do you do that? And it's just, or you're driving yourself crazy with worry or anxiety over things to come in the future. Or just other people's emotional states are getting to you, possibly because you don't get enough of a break on your own to be able to come back to yourself and have these nice quiet moments of recuperation. So let me pick more on that. Let me see what that has to do with. Or you're afraid that if you leave a marriage or a relationship that this is where you're going to end up. Let's see. Hi, Raven. Oops. Yeah, there's solitude. You either have not been alone enough where you need solitude for your own sanity, or you have been alone way too much and you're realizing that you need help now. And the good news is that your best possible outcome says you can have that company. You do not have to be alone. And you have radiate. It's important for you to follow what makes you happy. I feel like for some reason in some of these cards I'm getting the feeling that you care a little bit too much about how everything affects everybody else, where you're the last person on the list at times. but it's important that you still set time out or time aside to follow your passions and radiate your own energy. All right, okay, Raven, one last message, and then I'll let you go. Hopefully that made sense for someone or a group of you. That felt really choppy with a whole lot of different storylines going on in it. Sometimes it's confusing for me, but all right. Ah, look at that. Romance. Please accept it. If this is at your door, it doesn't have to be serious if you're not ready or don't want anything serious. But it's important for you to follow it. It's important for you to take risks or to take invitations or to be open to the experience. Be open to new wondrous things coming into your life. So, okay, take care, you guys. I guess Raven wanted to come over and say hi. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the middle of the month if you would like to check out your mid-monthly reading. I'm going to probably do all 12 signs in one big reading, but I'll have timestamps for all of the signs. Or I'll just see you next month. Okay, take care. Bye.